Good afternoon on what is a mild grey and cloudy day. It is Wednesday the 13th of March and I'm in the reading up with a nice cup of tea and a box to box, and what I'm going to pull out of here is a board game. Last defense, you have 20 minutes to save the city. 2 to 6 players, ages 8 plus. This is published by Funko Games. Now, sadly, Funko Games are no longer doing board games. But in their time, whilst they were producing board games, they're best known for their Funko Pop figures. They produced some really, actually quite good board games. That are thematic. And really nicely adapt their source materials. So the ET source, the board game, is actually really not bad. It's not bad at all. It's not necessarily a great game, but it's a good adaptation of the source material. And they kept doing it again until, unfortunately, Funko Pops decided they would shut down their gaming arm, and that's a big disappointment. So, you're the city's last defense. This exciting, easy-to-learn cooperative game plays in 20 minutes every time. Team up to save the city from monstrous threats before they overrun your defences. The app audio track announces where the monsters are attacking. Hurry around the city to save the scientists. Collect the tools you need to fight back. Work together to defeat the threats before time runs out and the city is destroyed. Download the free Last Defense audio track to play. Slicing through the seals on this to get it open. Okay, so that's what we've got. So the first thing we're going to have a look at instructions. That's it. So learn to play. It basically says learn to play, watch the video. So start off saying, go watch the video to learn how to play. I do like that. It's sort of like, it's a good start because it gives you a nice visual feel for the game and what you've got to do. And then in breaking news, it tells you what the game is about. So you're a team of unlikely heroes that you must save the city from threats like super spider robots, giant tentacles, sentient plants, space aliens, and a junk blob. Take turns as quickly as you can, racing around the clock to find and rescue the scientists. Who can solve the crisis before the city is destroyed. So set up. And then what you do on your turn, and that's it. And then covers threats on the move. That's it. That's the extent of the rulebook. That is incredibly short. And then very yellow. And unlike other games from Funko Games and also Ravensburger, especially if they're done by Prospero Hall, there's no image on here, which that's a bit disappointing, but there's no real image to adapt. So they did it with, let's just see if this opens up. So like the Alien Fate of the Nostromo board game, you open up, there's an image of Jones the cat, and in the Rocketeer game, there's an image of the Rocketeer helmet. So there's your map, the board where you're playing. Nice and simple. And then inside what you have is this. And I do actually look kind of like this is all bright and breezy, nice strong colours. So you've got the yellow on the back, on the outside, and you've got this nice purple in the inside. So let's have a look at these. Lots of different Ziploc bags. So I'm just going to go through these bit by bit, just to show you the components. So you've got these aren't coming out. Come on. Does not want to come out. So you've got these big, bold figures, so there's like a doctor and, a construction worker armed with her shovel. The ever reliable dog. Chef, complete with spatula and other kitchen tools. Skater kid. And soccer kid. There we go. Not a huge amount of detail on the figures, but they're bright, big, you can see what they are. You've got the dice, nice clear symbols, various stands. And then you've got a whole pack of bits and pieces, so let's have a look in here. So these are the threats. So you've got a tentacular monster, blobby thing, blobby alien, mechano spider, alien plant, escape plant thing, definitely aliens, flying saucer. So those are going to slot into those stands. And you've got these various tokens, so basically tools and stuff you can find. You don't know what they are, but when you find them, helicoptering, move fast around the board. I found a chemist, and so on. So you've got a bunch of those as well in this bag. Put those back in there. Tiny bag of cards. So these are quite sturdy Ziploc bags. They haven't stinted on these. And these are things like the tools you can find. So pliers, rope, loudhailer, binoculars, and so on. A couple of bags to go. And you've got these cards. I think these are the monster cards. You've got the monster standees, which I showed you, and then the monster cards. So, space aliens. It says astrophysicist and meteorologist. So these are presumably the requirements to actually defeat them. Spider robots, astrophysicist, engineer. Sentient plants, biologist and chemist. Giant tentacles, biologist and engineer. And junk blob, chemist and meteorologist. So those are sort of like the objectives, and then essentially they're double-sided and you turn them over and they've been dealt with. Okay, and then you've got the character cards. See, these are the plastic on. Sorry, I'm literally just trying to get them to open. There is no easy way of doing this. It's just trying to get the plastic to, there we go, part at the top so I can get my fingers in there. And it's quite tough. So these are the character cards that correspond to the little plastic figures. So you've got the skateboarder. She starts at the mall, and basically here's essentially. There's what she's got to do each round. So roll dice, re-roll option, draw tools, move optional, pass one tool optional, discard down to 5 tools. And that's the barbecue dad. And he starts in the neighbourhood. And again, you essentially, each of these is not just telling you the character that you're going to play, but also is telling you what you do on a round. Soccer champ. Again, instructions on the back. There isn't any differentiation between them. On the call nurse. But, good dog. And the thing is, he can carry 5 tools as well. and then construction worker. So altogether, that is Last Defense, a board game of town defense published by Funko Games. Very light and fast playing game from what I can see, ages up 2 to 6 players, plays in 20 minutes every time. You know, that's the definition of a gaming filler if ever there was one. So that's Last Defense. Hope you've enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook. If you have, then please do click on the like button down below. And of course, if you've got any comments or feedback, I do appreciate you taking the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to more unboxings in the Nook, where you'll see me out here with a box containing a book or game, or in this case a board game, which I'll unbox and chat about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea, then please do click on the subscribe button down below. Thanks again for watching another unboxing in the Nook. I will be back again soon with another one. Bye for now.